Some of the dishes you can't miss that were our favorite at Epcot's Festival of the Holidays. My favorite food is sushi, so of course I always get the sushi tree at the Japan Pavilion. Yes, it's a super Americanized sushi roll, but I can't help myself. And it's in the shape of a tree, come on! It was a banger, just like the last 2 years I had it. Over by Test Track is this cochina, which I got the pernil mojo pork. I will say the bottom was very hard. I just threw that part out, but the pork and you can see like I'm struggling to cut into it here. The pork was great, and I actually saved some in a Ziploc bag, and we made it with eggs the next day. I usually like to go to this booth over Mexico because the portions are just bigger too. And there's a building with like cookies and Santa Claus, which is on the way to the Mexico Pavilion, and we got the beer flight. And we usually don't drink dark beers like that, but they were all really good and I think paired well with the cookie we ended up getting, which was in the shape of Spaceship Earth. I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but y'all, we ate this whole thing, the whole thing. We drank every single sip of each of these dark beers too. Like, it just was so freaking tasty. And you get to hang out with Santa. He's like right there. I always recommend getting the beer flights. I think it's a great deal, but I always also recommend is passing on the wine flights or even just the glasses of wine in general that they have at festivals, because it's just not worth the price. Now, we were really intimidated by the line at the Bavaria booth because everyone said this was like the best one, but it did move really fast, and Brian was able to grab us a large beer in the actual Germany pavilion while I waited in line, and then he kind of join me. The fondue is thick, okay? Like, don't eat the whole thing. I wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot happening. I thought everything was great though. A little limpy veggies, you know? Brian loved the cookie. I am not a raspberry fan, so it wasn't for me. They can see why this booth is so popular. My personal favorite thing was at Char and Chop over by the big Epcot Christmas tree. This was the spicy Impossible sausage with polenta and ricotta. I'm not even into Impossible meat all that much, but y'all, I ate every single bite of this. It is so dang tasty. We still have a few more days here, so let me know which bites that you love the most that we should try. And follow along for more tips.